every new game announcement sound the same now. Online, battle pass, seasons, microtransactions. So it makes you wonder, are single player games actually dying or are we just being told they are? For years, we have heard the same story. Publishers say single player games don't make enough money, that players want multiplayer experiences, that live service is the future. And honestly, when you look at the industry today, it kind of feels true. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Tech in a Nutshell. Today, I'm going to share my personal experiences and opinions on single player games. Are they really dying? Spoiler alert, they're not, but we will come back to that later. Let me start with my own personal experience with this. Few months ago in a family gathering, I met my cousin after quite a long time. He told me that he has built for himself a new gaming PC and specs of the PC were quite beefy. He was rocking an RTX 4080 Ti with Ryzen 9 7000 series CPU. Just for the context, he's a lot younger than me. Anyway, I got excited that now I got to share all these happenings in the gaming world, like Expedition 33 has won Game of the Year, how Ubisoft suck at making any game, and how we continue to buy FIFA or EAFC, whatever you wanna call it, when we know for sure that it is going to be the same game again and again. All these thoughts in my head, but the first thing I asked him was, how many games have you completed in the recent time? Have you completed Red Dead Redemption 2? Ghost of Tsushima is now on PC for quite a while. Insomniac Spider-Man series is turning out to be a good prospect. What about Death Stranding? Horizon Forbidden West? But what he replied actually came to me as a surprise. He said that who the hell plays single player games nowadays? I was shocked by hearing this because people of my age, I mean the individuals that were born in the late 90s, will agree with the statement that we were brought up to some legendary single player titles such as GTA San Andreas, Max Payne, early Call of Duty game in which the first Black Ops game is my personal favorite. But guess the time has changed now as my cousin keep on bragging about his Valorant and Fortnite stuff which I have no knowledge of. After enjoying our food and having a good time, we said goodbye to each other and have gone to our separate ways. The other day when I was having my brunch, that thought of his was stuck to my head. So I started digging my own thing and initiated playing some online multiplayer games, and here's my honest assessment. Let's be real, most AAA games today are built around one thing: long-term monetization, battle passes, cosmetic skins, daily challenges, seasonal updates. From a business perspective, it makes sense. A single player game, you buy it once, finish it, and move on. But a multiplayer or live service game, that's money every month, every season, every new cosmetic. On top of that, AAA single player games takes years to make, sometimes 5, 6, even 7 years. So releases are rare, which create the illusion that they are disappearing. Coming back to my personal experience. A few weeks ago, I decided to try a new single player game. I haven't played any new one from a long time, and there was this one that really got the attention of mine. And it's real popular too. It was Far Cry 5. Bought it from Epic Games Store when it was on heavy discount. Never really played it. So at that very moment, I thought to give it a chance. Yes. I know I was bashing about how trash Ubisoft is moments ago, but it was just a random decision of mine. In the beginning, it was looking quite interesting. There's this father figure who wants to start a cult in the area. He got his army of minions trying to help him out, and you play as a police officer on your way to fight this insane guy. Pretty compelling on the outline, right? But the more I played, the less I found it engaging. And mostly on my part, it was quite repetitive. The game tried to hook you up with a different narrative sometime, but it was not worth it at all. So after around 7 hours of gameplay, I said goodbye to Far Cry 5. The next game on the list was its sequel, Far Cry 6. But before buying that, I look up to the reviews and they were not pleasant at all. Almost every review was like it's just Far Cry 5 but worse, while removing all the fun it had with much greenery, rooster fights, a cute dog, and a crocodile. So I never really tried it and not planning to play it anytime soon. After that, the next game I tried was Starfield because it was on Game Pass. And if you thought Far Cry 5 was boring, then Starfield is like the pinnacle of what boring and repetitive looks like. There's this vast emptiness of universe, underdeveloped main characters, lackluster combat, and don't you even ask me about how the characters feel. So after spending a lot of time with the game, feeling nauseous and questioning myself, what am I doing with my life playing this? I finally said goodbye to Starfield. After trying 2 random games and getting bored by them, I'm thinking to myself that why were these single player games not exciting enough? So I turned myself back to replaying Insomniac Spider-Man. Also, if you see the completion rate, it is not that high in percentile. Take Red Dead Redemption 2 for example. In my opinion, that is the greatest single player experience anyone could have. If you see the completion rate of that game, it is only 30% of the main story. Mind you, not the whole game, just the main story. So why would a company be willing to spend a massive premium to make a game which is not going to be fully completed by majority of the end users? Before you lash out about which Battleground game Rockstar made, I'm just putting that in the corporate perspective. Also, Rockstar is the same company who's milking GTA 5 from a long time, and it tried its very best in terms of cash grab with GTA Definitive Edition. I hope we all remember that. Moving on, players are constantly pushed toward online experiences. If you open YouTube or Twitch, most of what you see is multiplayer content because it's easier to stream, easier to run, easier to react to, easier to turn into endless content. So the industry starts believing one thing: this is what the player want. But do they really? Here's the part no one likes to talk about. Single player games aren't dying. Bad live service games are. Look at the numbers. Elden Ring sold millions. God of War Ragnarok broke records. Baldur's Gate 3 dominated awards. Spider-Man 2 sold insanely well. None of these games needed battle passes. None of them needed always online requirements. They succeeded because they respected the player's time. Let's talk about burnout. A lot of players are tired of grinding, tired of FOMO, tired of logging in every day just to keep up. Single player games offer something rare now: freedom. You play at your own pace, you pause whenever you want, no pressure, no toxicity, just you and the game. And if you think this is only a AAA thing, look at indie games. Hades, Hollow Knight, Stardew Valley. These games didn't rely on massive budgets. They relied on strong ideas and passion. And players showed up. So what's the future? Single player games won't disappear. They'll just become more selective. We'll see fewer releases but higher quality. One can only hope for it, as I had not so good experience playing Far Cry 5 and Starfield as I mentioned earlier. Publishers who respect storytelling and immersion will survive. Those chasing trends blindly won't. Coming on to the conclusion now. Single player games aren't dying, they're evolving. And as long as players want meaningful stories, deep worlds, and games they can enjoy on their own terms, single player games will always have a place because storytelling will never be out of fashion. What do you think? Are single player games dying, or are they more important now than ever? Let me know in the comments. That's it for now, folks. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, you can consider subscribing to the channel and giving this a thumbs up if you really found it useful or informative. Till then, take care of yourself and your loved ones. I'll see you in another video, probably related to some PC stuff or gaming, I guess. Bye bye for now.